Well, that's a good start, isn't it? Cheese it. Ah, cheeky bugger. Thousand rooms? Get out of here. That's actually handy, because before we do anything else, let's have a look. Oh, we're in Caelid. That's why those runes are probably so deadly. But yeah, I've decided that Sam can be the one who grabs the knight armor from the maiden husks. Because otherwise they're going to be a right pain. They being everything that we fight, pretty much. Let's have a quick chat with Lad, just to get him on his way, because it seems he disappears after you speak to him. So we'll do that. Alright, how much is this armor set then? Pretty pricey. How many runes do we have about our person? Quite a few. That's good. So let's burn a bunch of them and see if we can't get ourselves some sturdier armor. Because with such light weapons as dagger and buckler, we should have plenty of spare equip load. So yeah, maybe we'll also just take off the old face mask so you can properly see the little splodge on her nose. Yep, that's an authentic Sammy face right there. Now that we look thoroughly inappropriate for a bandit, maybe we'll go on another adventure. Because I've heard people talk about how the big knight up here is actually rather parryable. So maybe we'll get some parry practice in. Or maybe we'll try a couple of times and then give up. Stranger things have happened. Now then. Let's fight a guy that can be parried and see what happens. See how well it works out for us. All I know is my gut says, not well. Press the wrong button, which is a good start. Oops. And then I tried to parry a stamp. Not clever. So we landed a parry, and then it didn't automatically allow us to riposte. So you might have to land multiple parries to get a riposte. But it's also pretty cool that the runes spawn back outside, so you can pick them up without having to wander back into the fight. I approve of that mightily. That was way too soon on that parry. Now what? Oh, that time. Yeah, one parry is sufficient there, so that's good. And again, lovely. Yeah, it's just like fighting that first Black Knight in Souls. In Souls 1. Yeah, another parry. Good, good, good. And then he went for the stomp. I guess it's just a case of not relying solely on parry. We're going to have to like roll if he goes for a stamp attack or something like that. And we can't let our health get too low either, because... Jesus! There's a ruckus happening here. Honestly, how are you supposed to get parry up? Ah! Not like that! I was somewhat distracted by real-life Sammy chasing real-life Lulu. Little troublemakers. It's okay, Lulu. She doesn't mean you any harm. She just likes to chase you out because she's a little witch. No. Yep, botched all of those timings. And yeah, if you miss the first one, then you just your timing is just off at that point. But we're nothing if not persistent. A good start. We need like 6, 7 parries, maybe 8. God damn it. Even this new armor isn't keeping us alive for more than a couple of hits. I feel like despite this being the first ever jail that you come across, it's also not easy. It's not meant for Limgrave level characters. We'll give it another blast, and then if it fails again, we'll stop banging our head against this particular wall. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, he just hits you once, and then that's it, because you can't get back up before he kills you. So, yeah, we'll come back later. Could always go into old Kenny's quest. And just generally explore a bit of Eastern Limgrave. Anything of merit down this end of this beach? Let's see. Crab! Hi, crab. Can you be bled? I feel like you probably can. There we go. I'm finally learning not to fear the crabs. It's taken a while, but we're getting there. Is that a second crab? It is. Oops, already spotted us. I was going to use top stealth, but alas. Yeah, Torrent's getting wrecked. So we'll just hide behind a rock. And get old Torrent back in the fray. That's another crusty friend down. And some loots. More strips of white trash. So is that crab meat? Probably. What are you lot up to? Getting wrecked by the look of it. Yeah. That's how we deal with that. Fucking Trace. She like wanders into the lounge, sits down there, and she's like, meow, meow. And I'm like, okay, you've got my attention. And she's like, fucking little hairball. Just every time you're not around, they're just vomit everywhere. Oh yeah, we've got the old Mistwood ruins. What was in this little tunnel? Anything of merit? I can't remember. So we'll go and have a quick sniff. The Axe Talisman. Okay. Have we got a talisman? Yeah, we've got Turtle. Yeah, we're not really using charge attacks with the old dagger, so... Turtle's fine for now. Why are these demi-humans all just stood around in places where they could be easily backstabbed if I wasn't useless? I'm all spreading out, looking for an ambush. Yep. You failed. Anyone else? Who's next? Is it you? Oh, clever. Two to go. Stabby stab. Yeah, the range on this. Maybe we'll end up katanas after all on Samkin down the line. Because the range on this dagger, cool as it is, it's not great. Although I do also just want to get a poison dagger in the offhand and then do a bit of wrecking things with power stance daggers, because that sounds fun. Once again, it's that time. Nearly done with the whole dragon thing. We've been dragging it out for quite a while now.
You make me sick.
Now, do I get enough strength to one-hand that winged side that I've picked up? I think I will. I think I'll do what I'm doing with Trace, which is spellcasting in left hand, weapon in right. Yeah, Cherry's using both in the right hand because weapon is absolutely last resort for her because she's a pure spell slinger. But yeah, these two can probably be more versatile. These two being Yuki and Trace. The Snugglebuds, as they're also known. Right, so we'd want 16 and 16, and then we'd want 24 in Faith, which we can do quite comfortably. And we can still get up to 18 Vigor. Seems a pretty good bet. And now, Scythe in one hand and Seal in the other. Sweet. That's a pretty cool combo. If we two-hand it, same sort of thing. And that's kind of nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool special attack. Oops. Angel's Wings. Then deliver a slashing attack. The White Wings impede recovery action, so it can also stop people from using flasks to heal and whatnot. Could be useful against invaders. Did we speak to Irina? Have we got the letter that she wants us to deliver to Papa? Yes, we've got Irina's letter. So maybe we'll go and have a look at Castle Morn. Let's see if we can't sneak up without Big Boy sticking a ballista bolt through our head. What if we sneak up on the left side? Because I've not done that before. There might be fascinating things over here. Yeah, there's a scarab, that's a good start. Whoa! That scarab did not stick around. Is it there? Is it some sort of magical teleporting scarab? It is. Cheeky bugger. Maybe we'll need top stealth. And fireballs. Range is a bit crap. Yeah. Maybe sneaking is the answer. Or maybe it's just gone. There it is. Sneaky, sneaky. Right, so we can get a bit closer if we're sneaky. But then it does bugger off again. But we should be able to get close enough for a flame sling, yes? No, because the range is actually quite short on all of our spells. What if we chase it down on Hoss? Oh, come on. Right, come on, Hoss. Ah. Okay, that time we just missed. That's fine. That time we may have just missed. Are we missing, or is it just still teleporting? It's hard to tell.
You're missing.
Sod it. It's a problem for another day. I'm not spending an hour just running around like a knobhead trying to swing at a scarab. Now, what have we got over here? Some sort of swamp. What are you doing, you bum? You live... Where's Boo, I should say? Chasing his little brother Yuki around. What are you lads up to? Yeah, you're kind of tough. Kind of tough. Not that tough. But why are you here? What is this little putrid swamp doing here? It's all very curious. And there's loot up the top of this bit, I think. Yeah. What you got for us? Golden Rune 4, that's cool. Hello. And there's our big giant friend, so we're getting close to the castle. We can only get distracted so many times. Jellyfish. Evil jellyfish. Guarding some more chair corpses. And nice. Somber stones. I believe they'll be what we need to upgrade this scythe, because it's probably a special weapon. It feels pretty special. And there we go. He's taken a shot. He's missed. And he's practically down already. There we go. Almost landed on us. No, there's no Sight of Grace immediately around us. Oh, there's one in the castle, yeah. I remember. And then we've got a choice of routes. Straight on up the lift, perhaps? Or through the side door. And the side door contains next to nothing. So that makes that choice easy. Maybe we'll put heal back on, just because... Yeah, we don't really need catch flame, because our short range option now is just bop people in the face with a scythe. Step 1, look down the bottom of the lift. Death. Death approaches. Nothing but death. So we'll need to bring down that lift again. So now step 2 will be look for points where we can throw ourselves off the lift. Let's look behind us first. Nothing doing. Good. Yeah, it's a big old room. Who's our summon, anyway? Why are you on left? You should be on right. Lone wolves are all we've got, but that's cool. There's a lot of folks. Demi-humans by the look of it. And is that just a big old mound of corpses? Yeah. Pretty much. So let's use top stealth. Down they go. Smithing stones are always welcome. Yeah, I feel it's probably a good approach to have like some weapons that can be leveled up with regular stones and some with somber. So our seal can probably be leveled up with regular, and our scythe is probably somber, so it should work out well for old Ukes. Not much else going on in this corner. But that dog has spotted us, which is nice. Down, boy. If we just sidle round this corpse pile, we might avoid engaging too many enemies. And generally speaking, corpse piles are something that should be avoided. Alright, come on dog, you've seen me. What is all that noise I'm hearing? There's a lot of bashing and crashing, like someone's having an actual fight right now. Oh, there's Pumpkinhead. Can we get to Pumpkinhead without dealing with those lads? Yes. Should we fight Pumpkinhead? Yes. And we can even backstab him because we absolutely nailed him right off the bat. Good. That is how you fight Pumpkinhead, I guess. We've got ourselves a Sanctuary Stone for our troubles. And 3 regular smithing stones. Nice. Worth it. You, where did you come from? Have you always been here? Iron Cleaver. So that's just a regular sort of axe. Strength mostly, that's fine. Good to know. So I may well have missed something back at the corpse pile, but for now we'll press on. We can always come back to it in a bit. You? Yeah. Yeah, that charge attack wasn't clever. No, this weapon's got bleed as well, hasn't it? Yeah, 55 blood loss. So maybe we dip into Arcane just to take advantage of that. I'm not sure. What are you up to, Wes? He's all excitable. He knows his character's up next on my little rotation. Now, do we deal with these guys one at a time? Can we deal with them one at a time? So there's quite a few around, I think.
I regret nothing.
Flying boy, are you? Get out of the sky. And let's do a heal. It's not that urgent, it takes bloody ages to cast. I guess improving our decks further would speed up the casting time. So there is that. Wow, what we've got? Another ladder. Good, good. But pressing on, we've got... not much. A drop down to a site of grace. It's tempting, but ladders can be climbed back up, whereas drop downs cannot. Now this lad's asking for a backstab. No, he's not. Cheeky get. Ugh. I gotta stop doing those charge attacks at the wrong time. Right, now maybe this lad's asking for a backstab, now that his mate's out of the way. Unless another one just like springs over the wall or some guff. Nice! It's almost like we were hooking the scythe around his neck, like in when Agent 47 kills someone with an axe in Hitman. And that seems to be it for that side route, so back to the New Grace, I think.